Hey guys, this is Mark. We are at 3737 Nottingham Drive today and getting ready to do a tour. So here we go. All right, I'm going to pop this into that mode and should be good. This house is wild. We are starting right here at the front door, and then you come right into this area. It's a dining room. And then you can see the kitchen off, off in the distance, and then the living area over there and some stairs. But first I want to say, here's a half bath right here. And then this is that in-law suite that I think they were advertising. The thing about it that's interesting is we go through here, you're going to see, this is a small room. I'm not sure what it was supposed to be. Maybe this was like the living room, and maybe this was the bedroom for that one. Lots of light, and there's its own exterior door off of the front. That's the front porch right there. The main door was kind of off that way. You kind of walk by this one. The interesting part of this is that it doesn't look like they have a kitchen built out. I think maybe that might have been an option or something, and they just didn't do it for this house. But nonetheless, you have this, this interesting space here that you can do something with, turn it into a room or a bedroom or whatever. And then, here we go. But I think they didn't build this out into a separate kitchenette like you see on some of those other ones in our houses we've seen. And also, this isn't a full bath, right? This is interesting that it's only a half bath. That is the only bathroom that connects off of that space. Anyway, let's go through the rest of the house. I'm going to walk in here into the living room, and you see, first of all, just very grand, very tall. If you kind of go back over in this direction, you can see overhang that way, right next to the kitchen. Not a huge living room space, but the rest of the house has so much space, and it's really interesting. One thing I was going to point out is that looks like they just got done redoing the floors, and these floors are absolutely gorgeous. And it actually smells like new construction in here, which is what happens when they put in new wood floors. These look like wood to me. All right, kitchen is here. Looks like they just got done kind of modifying that a little bit, maybe updated it. Decent sized space. And let's look at the pantry. The pantry is actually a decent size. I don't know if you can tell that from here, but it's bigger than mine at my house. So, all right. I want to point out there's another staircase right there. So save that for now, and we'll come back to that. We're going to go off of the main living room. Is this space. There's the garage, door to the garage right there. And there is a utility room right there for the downstairs utility room. There's another one upstairs. And within this little space where I am, there's actually another really good bunch of storage right here that I'm not sure what it was for. Let's also look at the garage while we're here. It's bigger than a standard 2-car. Looks like there's 2 hot water heaters, and then pan around. There's this extra kind of space over here on the side. Looks like it's maybe 4 feet, and good little chunk of space to put things. All right, back in. So back in the living room, looking out the backyard. And then we're going to go here into the master bedroom. There's this little kind of hallway vestibule, and then you walk into the master. Pretty decent size, really cool windows, and again with these awesome floors. Also tall ceilings in here. I think that's an 8-foot door. It's probably an 11-foot ceiling in here, really tall. And then this bathroom, I think you saw the pictures of. Separate vanities on both sides, and it's also got separate closets. There's a closet there and another closet here, so let's go in this one. We'll just take a look and see. Not huge, but the fact that they're separated is kind of nice. There's some guy in the mirror. And then here's the other closet. Some built-ins. This one's a little bit bigger. We'll pan around. All right. That is closet 2. All right. We're going to head back out. Let's see. I'm going to go back to the front of the house on the other side of this living room. And then we're going to go up the stairs. Again, there's the front door. And we're going to turn, and here's the main stairs. Up we go. Nice carpet. Looks like it's new as well. All right. The top of the stairs, we have this landing area. And then this really big upstairs living room. And then there's some more bedrooms back this direction. Let's go there. All right, here is one bedroom. These are actually really good sized, and looks like we have maybe 10-foot ceilings up here. Maybe 11, I don't know. So if you wanted to ever put in something like, say a golf simulator or something, you would have room to swing. You'd probably have to take out the fan. These 2 bedrooms are connected by this Jack and Jill bathroom. Good sized closet for a small bedroom. And then a tub. And then going through to the other side, I'm just going to go through this way so you can see this bedroom as well. Second bedroom upstairs. Nice view out the front of the house. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Here's the door. We're back out into this hallway. Again, there was a Jack and Jill bath behind this wall right here. And then here is another full-size bath in the hall, which services these other 2 bedrooms that are here. So here's bedroom number 3 upstairs. Good sized closet. Again, tall ceilings. And bedroom number 4 down this hall. Not a bad sized room, good closet. All right. Here's a look over to downstairs and then across over to the other side where we just were. We're going to go back there right now. All right, back down the hallway as I promised. We're going to go to the other side. This is that upstairs landing area next to the stairs again. And then here's what's down this way. A couple of interesting things. First is this little hallway, which takes us to the upstairs utility room. So you can have separate washer and dryer up here. And then this is, I think, was a media room, although it has windows. Strange. So you could use it as a bedroom, even though it doesn't have a closet. But it appears to be more of a media type room. The double doors. And then back down this hallway where the utility room was. This is that other staircase I was pointing out when we were in the kitchen. So there's back stairs to get down. Back down. And let's go outside. Take a look at the backyard. All right. Has a nice little covered patio area. And then a decent sized yard. You could put in a pool here. It does slope up, as you can see, towards the fence. But that's all fixable with retaining walls and that kind of thing. And then go up here. And that fence just fits right there on the side. I don't know what the other one does. Let's look. Yeah, there's a gate right there. All right, so I guess that's all we have for this house. It is huge and it kind of keeps going. It's super interesting on the inside, lots of space. Although I think that in-law suite that I think was the thing that attracted to you in the first place is probably not quite what you were looking for. But anyway, there's a lot to love here, especially these floors are fantastic. The whole place is clean and fresh, like they just did a lot of work on it. All right, see you later.